Baking the perfect scone. First you need your ingredients. This includes 55 grams of butter, 150 ml of milk, 225 grams of self-raising flour, 25 grams of caster sugar, and a pinch of salt. First you need to preheat your oven to 220 degrees, 200 for fan assisted, and 430 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 7. Mix the flour and the salt, and then we need to rub in the butter. Once your butter's rubbed in, we can now begin to add the sugar. And once you've stirred in the sugar, make sure it's all in there, and then we can begin to add the milk. Pour the milk in bit by bit, stirring as you add the milk, and begin to make a soft dough. Once you've added all the milk, you should have more of a dough ball ready to roll around on a flat surface. So it should look something like this. So put a bit of flour on the table side, and then we can get our dough out and start rolling it around. Right, so just going to pop that on the side. Make sure you get it all out. And then begin to roll it around. And we need to keep doing this. You can keep adding flour to the table side to ensure that we get the texture that we're after. And then we need to flat it out. And I'm just going to speed this up. It can take a little time. It needs to be about 2 centimeters in thickness. And the wider you get it, the more scones you're going to get. But you need to ensure that it's the right thickness. Then we need to cut the shapes. For this I've just used a glass, but you can use a cookie cutter if you have one. Get them as close as you can together to make sure you don't waste any. And once you've done them all, you can remove the residue that you don't need. And then we need to put some parchment paper, greaseproof paper, or we can grease up the baking tray itself. I'm going to use baking paper here, so just cut it off, place it on your baking tray, and then just place the scones on it with a little bit of space between each other because they are going to grow in size a little. And then we just need to add the milk, so just brush milk lightly onto the top of each scone to make sure that they're brown in the oven. So now your oven's preheated, you can pop the scones in the oven. And once they're in the oven, you need to put them in for between 12 to 15 minutes. Keep an eye on them to make sure that they're sort of golden brown and well risen. So here we have the perfect scone. Add a bit of jam or some cream and enjoy. Lasts for up to a week and best served warm.